Hi, this is Pastor Roger Jimenez from Verity Baptist Church in Sacramento, California. Wanted to just make a quick video just to highlight something that Pastor Anderson said. So I made a video a couple days ago, and I was saying that Pastor Anderson needs to answer why his 4 eldest children have conspired against him to destroy his ministry and to destroy his marriage. And he's responded in videos saying, well, why did Cain kill Abel? And why did Judah sleep with a prostitute? And he just goes and names all these people sinning in the Bible. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not answering the question. You're just bringing up stories of people sinning in the Bible. In fact, I would say that in all the names that he brought up, the only ones that really kind of made sense for the context of the situation we're talking about would have been Eli and his 2 sons, Hophni and Phinehas, and also Samuel and his 2 sons, because the Bible says that they were taking bribes and they were going after lucre. So those would kind of make sense. But here's why those don't even apply to the situation. Because here's the thing about Hophni and Phinehas. The Bible says that they were sons of Belial. Obviously, they were fornicating, they were wicked, but they didn't hate Eli. The Bible doesn't say that they were against their father or trying to hurt their father or trying to destroy his ministry. Same with Samuel. The Bible says that his sons were bad. They were not good. They were covetous. They were greedy. They were taking bribes. But it doesn't say that they hated Samuel. It doesn't say that they were fighting Samuel or trying to hurt Samuel or trying to destroy Samuel. So Pastor Anderson's making these arguments saying that parents shouldn't have to answer for their adult children's lies and actions. And here's the thing, I agree with that. I don't think that parents should have to answer for the sins of their adult children. And if your 4 eldest children were just living in sin or being worldly or whatever, then I don't think you have to answer for that. If your 4 eldest children had conspired to rob a bank, I would not be asking you, Pastor Anderson, what did you do? Why are they doing this? But here's the difference. Your 4 eldest children hate you. So that's why I'm asking the question, why do they hate you? That's why the question is being addressed. What have you done to make your 4 eldest children hate you? Because Hophni and Phinehas didn't hate Eli. Samuel's sons didn't hate Samuel. And again, if your kids were just out there being worldly or living sinful lives, I wouldn't bring it up. But that's not what's going on here. They're conspiring to destroy your ministry. They're conspiring to destroy your marriage. They hate you. That's why the question is being asked. Now, one person that you brought up that actually does make sense is David, because Absalom, his son, was trying to kill David and was trying to ruin David and destroy his ministry. But here's the thing about David is that there was actually a reason why Absalom did that. Now, obviously, Absalom was wrong. Absalom allowed his bitterness to just take control of his life. And David is the good guy in the story, and Absalom's the bad guy, and Absalom took it too far. But there was a reason why Absalom hated his father David, and that's because David failed to bring judgment upon the situation when Absalom's sister Tamar was raped by their half-brother Amnon. So there was a reason why it happened. And here's the thing. David's a good guy. He's a man after God's own heart. He's one of the greatest Bible characters in the entire Bible. Everybody loves David, but we can all acknowledge that there was a failure there, and that's why Absalom turned on him. Here's the thing. The thing about David is that when you see David in the story with Absalom, you see David mourning and being broken about it. You know what David would not have said? David, if I would have asked David, why is Absalom turned on you? Why does Absalom hate you? Why is Absalom trying to destroy you? David wouldn't have said, if I had a time machine, I would go back in time and do nothing different. I mean, he's just mourning. He's just praying. In fact, when Absalom's dead, Joab has to come to David and tell him, you need to stop mourning for Absalom. You need to go out there and thank the people who fought for you. So this is not the same thing. And you can go ahead and say, well, I shouldn't have to answer for their sins because everybody sins and we have free will. Absolutely. I'm not saying you should have to answer for anybody's sins. But when they hate you, that's why we're asking, why do they hate you? Now, if you were to ask them, they would say abuse. You say no abuse. I give you the benefit of the doubt. But what's the reason? David would have a reason. Why don't you?